It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso and just in time for our weekly tech roundup with expert and editor of Bandwidth, the blog, Theunis van Rensburg. And with one of the biggest scientific breakthroughs in history taking place earlier this week, it really was massive. We just have to unpack what it all means. This week, scientists confirmed that they observed an event called, how cool is this, a Kilonova, where two dying stars in some very distant galaxy many, many moons ago collided and caused a cosmic explosion of epic proportions. Did I pump it up enough?
No, not even enough.
Not even enough, man. This is one of the biggest celestial events that we have ever been able to witness, and it happened some 130 million years ago. Equals MC squared coming into play right there. It sounds almost like science fiction. I think unless you're a scientist, this is massive. How massive is this? And I don't mean physically how big is it, because I'm sure it's pretty big, but what does this all mean?
So it is massive for the scientific community because of all of the discoveries that have come from it. So basically, a kilonova, as they're calling it, is, think a supernova on steroids. So it is two neutron stars, which in itself, they were two massive stars.
Two of the densest stars now,
it's the remnants of two massive stars that died. I mean, a teaspoon of a neutron star will basically weigh as much as Mount Everest.
Dense.
So those two collided, basically. And what came out of it was, well, a whole bunch of crap, but there was a lot of fascinating things to come out of it, and we're only starting to unpack it now.
It's amazing that we are seeing something that takes us back 130 million years. That's how long it's taken. So I'm guessing it happened pretty far away.
It happened 130 million light years away, yes. So the light took 130 million years to get to us. And luckily, all of our instruments, we were able to kind of turn everything in that direction at once, all over the world, to take all of the measurements that we needed. So we saw, for example, a short gamma ray burst. Now, this is one of the most lethal things in the universe. If it's ever to hit a planet with life, that light is fried. We also saw a gravitational wave. It's only the second time we've been able to measure a gravitational wave, and the Nobel Prize winners of this year were the first people to do it. And this is something that Einstein basically predicted in his theory of general relativity, and it's great that we can now start to measure it, with different sources.
Sir, you were right. Again, you have been proven right. What does this mean for science moving forward? Because now I would imagine we've got another 130 million years of chewing through the data that's been collected here. What does it mean for the scientific community?
Yeah, that was only the first kind of big paper that was published, and this event actually happened back in August, so they kind of churned through a lot of it already. But there's still a lot to come. They also said that, for example, a lot of the heavy elements in the universe came from explosions like these, and so gold, uranium, plutonium, usually will come from neutron stars.
What you are wearing now as a wedding ring or something like that came probably from this.
From a very violent, violent
It really is amazing, and I love the fact that there is still this massive expanse of discovery
so much
to broach.
We don't know.
Yeah, I love that, man. Hopefully this has inspired you. I can see how it's inspired you, man. Everyone's going to be going online. Like Google is going to, we're going to break the internet today with people looking up terms. But I love the fact that this has got the coolest name in history as well, Kilonova. Theunis, thank you so much, my man.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Best job in the world. And of course, you can get your daily dose of tech news and opinions right here with us. And of course, you can also head over to bandwidthblog.com, a brilliant resource.